Have you ever thought to yourself, I have no idea what to do with my life? Friend, can I just say this up front? You are not alone. Hey, my name's Anna Gray. I'm a Gallup Strengths coach, but more than that, I'm a human being who has been in the exact same situation as you have. You know, from a young age, we always had this jokes as me and my brother. He always knew that he wanted to be a pilot. Since the age of 4, my dad's a pilot, and he always wanted to be a pilot. Then you had me on the other hand, and I wanted to be an astronaut, I wanted to be a veterinarian, I wanted to be a pastor, inventor, an architect, interior designer, you name it, I probably wanted to be it. I say that to say, I know where you're at, and I've been spending some time on TikTok, the best place to research, and there's so many people just like you and me who've spent much of their lives trying to figure out what in the world should I be doing. I do not come here today as a professional. I do not come here as someone who's completely figured it out, but what I come with is just a couple of tips that will help you, because I know they've helped my own life and helped me orient myself. Tip number 1, write down a life I see statement. A life I see statement is almost the personal version of a vision statement that an organization or a business would have. So what you need to do is very simple. Open up your laptop if you're that type of person, or get a journal and just write down with no judgment on yourself all the dreams and visions you see for your life. Write. Spend time on it. Allow yourself to dream. And if you're dreaming too small, dream even bigger. So why do you want a life I now see statement? Because once you start getting vision for your life, you start orienting your decisions towards that vision. That rhyme, decision, vision. And it's true, I've chosen the person I want to spend my life with based on that vision. I've chosen the countries I want to live in according to that decision. I choose the jobs I want to go for according to that vision. Everything in my life, including friendships, relationships, everything you do will all be oriented towards that. Now, you're thinking that's a lot of pressure. I get it. Let's just say this, it's a draft copy and it is something you can keep working on. But if you don't have a general sense, you will find yourself getting quite lost. Tip number 2, figure out your strengths. Now, how do you do that? Well, there's a bunch of ways we can go around this. Ask your family and friends, ask them what have they noticed about you, especially your parents. What have they noticed that you have been doing since a young age? Stuff you've been doing so naturally. Ask them what those stuff are. It could be a certain skill, it could be an activity, it could be a manner of thinking. Just ask them. Ask yourself these questions. What are activities that have always come naturally to you? Or what are certain activities or things I do that when I do them, suddenly hours have passed? I know I've always loved video editing, for example, and when I do it, suddenly hours and hours and hours have passed, and it's suddenly midnight and I'm still doing it, and it feels like it was a joy. Ask yourself, what are those activities? Another question you can ask yourself is, what do people come to you for? Is this something they come to you for? Do they come to you for advice? Do they come for you for help on cameras and gear? Do they come to you for help for just perfecting those words? Do they come to you for help just to get things done? Do your friends rely on you to organize every event? That is a skill. Think about it. Or lastly, which I would highly advocate for, is do the Gallup Strengths Finder assessment. I'll put it in the description below. I am a Gallup certified strengths coach, so I'm very passionate about this. But essentially what this is Enneagram, the Myers-Briggs assessment, all of those assessments on steroids. And they will tell you stuff you naturally do. They will tell you about your natural patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving. They'll tell you about your natural strengths. You'll do this assessment, bunch of questions, and then you'll get your top 5 strengths. And once you start learning and digging into those, what you need to do is maximize down on those strengths. Do what you're naturally good at. Don't spend your life focusing on your weaknesses. Focus on what you excel at. And finally, tip number 3, just get going. Just start today. Start today. You may not know what you want to do with your life. You may not be paid for what you want to do. But what you can do is get going today. What's right in front of you? What are the opportunities that are currently in front of you? Use them and work it. You know, often in life, before people step out, They want some sort of coordinate. They want to know exactly where to be. They want to know, just like a GPS, you plug it in, you want to know the exact location you're going to. You know, people use compasses for thousands of years. And what they did, it oriented them towards a certain direction. Can I encourage you, after you've done the Life I Now See assessment, figuring out your strengths, now start walking in that general vicinity. Just get moving towards that general vicinity. Is that where you're going to arrive? Are you going to figure out your job today? Maybe not. But what I can say is, if you start walking towards that general direction, what you'll be so surprised to see is suddenly doors start opening up. Suddenly you start getting revelations. And suddenly you're doing stuff you love with your life. All in all, friends, I really hope that was helpful. This was just a video that was burning on my heart to make, and I thought about it, and within 15 minutes I had everything set up and ready to go. Why? Because I don't know who's watching this, but friend, you are not alone. There's many people who don't know what to do with their life, and me myself, I'm figuring it out more every day. I have a general idea and I have a general direction, and I'm walking. Can I encourage you? Just do the same. If you like what you watch, like it, subscribe, leave a comment below. Why? It helps other people who are kind of in the same position as you find out about this video. Hope it helps. See you next time.